What's up, guys? Daily here from GamersPlatoon. Got another episode of the Armory for you today, and it is Sleeping Dogs. And let's talk about Sleeping Dogs. The Steam game recently released just a couple weeks ago. It's pretty good, let me tell you. Sleeping Dogs definitely has what you want from that Grand Theft Auto kind of style, that GTA feel, hijackable cars, story-driven, this side, that side kind of mission gameplay. Now at the same time, there's some bad things, okay? This game took a lot of good stuff. It's got great cutscenes, it's got a good story, it's got good progression, but there's minor flaws all over the place in this game. But the game is still worth playing. I'm telling you, it's action-packed and it's fun. Even when the glitches are there and the bugs are there and the things that they didn't necessarily get right, even though they're there, you're still going to have a good time playing this. Now, to start off with some of the good stuff, we're going to hop in game here. And you'll see I'm near in-game content, so I have a upgraded apartment. You start out as a low-life nobody in the Triad gangs of Hong Kong, which is where this story takes place. And you start out in a nasty apartment above like a little kitchen, and you progress your way up and get nicer things. The more respected that you become in the Triad and the more missions that you complete, the better things you'll get. Now, from something good into something bad. They've wasted a lot of time with little things that you can do like this, like wash your face. There's no point to do this into the game. Time that was spent coding this kind of stuff could have been, spent coding the stuff that really matters, like, for example, when you're playing these kind of missions within Sleeping Dogs, you have a Triad rating and a cop rating. And those ratings will decrease based on your performance through the mission. If you are bad, you will get good Triad points, and if you are good, you'll get. You won't lose cop points. You always start out with no Triad points and all the cop points. And as you gain Triad points, you more than likely will lose your cop points. So, things like missing a jump or running over a stop sign all lower your cop rating, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's very, very tough to play this game with the different camera angles and things and have a 100% cop score, because if I run over that fire hydrant, I'm going to lose points. So it's pretty ridiculous as far as that goes. But I mean, if you look here, it's beautiful. The city is great looking. This looks like what I would imagine Hong Kong would look like. I've never been there, but there's people walking around the street. The frames per second right now are over 60 while I'm recording, and it's just absolutely gorgeous to look at. It's fun to play in. I spent a lot of time walking around and not doing too much. The game is pretty short. It's not. It doesn't have a very long sequence of gameplay, but to the contrary, there's a lot of side quests and side missions that you can do. You do, however, drive on the wrong side of the road. You drive on the left-hand side instead of the right, and you drive in the right-hand side of the car instead of the left. So, I don't know how I feel about that. I got used to it and just dealt with it, but it was frustrating to play that way. So, moving on, we're going to check out some of the combat. There's a thing right here that I can do. It's a lockbox there. It's guarded by a gang. You see them thugs there. The game has great hand-to-hand combat for a PC game. A lot of PC games don't do hand-to-hand combat very well. This one, by all means, is probably the best hand-to-hand in a PC game that I've ever seen. There are guns in the game. Granted, you don't get to use too many, but there are a few. So before I go engage that, I'm going to play a little mini game to hack this camera. So I'll play this little mini game, and then I'll be right back with you guys.
It's in the thing. Last time I tried.
Alright, so I've hacked the camera here. Now I gotta beat up the thugs and grab my box, and so I'm gonna do that and show you some of the combat here, and then we'll look at some other stuff. So here's some combat. We'll run up in here and do some moves. You have special moves that you can do with keyboard and button combinations. You'll see when they turn red, this is a counter action where you can counter the person and save yourself from getting fucked up, because there's no block in the game. It's just countering. So when you're in these fights, having a quick finger and timing things is absolutely key. It's the only way that you're going to do good. Yeah, so in addition to the fights, there's some quick time sequences like that. If people grab you and things of that nature, you're going to have to rely on your quick time to get out of that kind of stuff. Now, in addition, you'll see there are some weapons in the game. You can use these and take them away from enemies quite easily once you learn the skill, and they really help you in combat, give you a good edge. You see I'm able to mess these guys up pretty good. You see I entered a slow motion here. What this does is it gives me some bonus to my combat skills, as well as lets me regenerate health, because there is no health regen in the regular game itself. You have to have this quick time kind of bullet mode or whatever to regain your health, or it doesn't work. So in addition to just your regular moves, there's some special ones here, like the leg break, and I believe I can break arms as well. Let me give that a try here. You see how streamlined this is, which is really why I like the game's combat system. It feels real, real smooth. Like I don't feel very clunky or any kind of lag or delay. Whatever I press is what I'm doing, with the exception of blocking. Every once in a while, and excuse me when I say blocking, I mean the counter system. If you do the countering, let me show you out here. If you press the counter button, you go into this mode, you do this little animation, and it stops you from doing some stuff for just a couple seconds. It's not really that big of a deal, but after a while you can start to notice it if you're not, you know, if you're a heavy gamer like me and you know, see these kind of things, it's going to bother you every once in a while. But the best thing to do is get over it, because this game is sick. You see I got a guy there in the dumpster. I got a guy hanging there in the wall. I'll throw this guy into this wall, and you know, just use your environment to your advantage. Beat the guys there, so you gain a little bit of experience, and I'm able to collect my lockbox. Certain lockboxes give you different kinds of clothes. Some give you money. You can use that money to purchase some things in game, which is what we'll look at next. One thing of note is after that fight that I just had, I haven't progressed any farther. You'll see my clothes become bloody and stained from the fight, which is kind of cool. Will go away over time, or if I change clothes, but that was a neat feature to kind of add some depth to what you do. Alright guys, another neat feature for Sleeping Dogs I want to show you guys is the in-game shops, such as food shops, drink shops, stuff like that. Massage parlors can give you increased stats while you play. So this is kind of like your boost system. You can buy boosts to your stats and your damage by purchasing actual in-game items, which makes it feel better. It feels like I'm not actually buying a boost. It feels like I'm buying something that makes me feel good in real life, or will increase this in real life. So you know, this energy drink makes me stronger. You know, maybe people get jacked up on amped and they feel like they're stronger. This is the kind of feel that I get from this part of the game, which is pretty neat. As you move up in the world of Sleeping Dogs, you can access your cell phone, and since you are an undercover cop, you can check profiles on criminals. You can go on dates with girls. Give this bitch a call.
Ileana?
Yes, who is this?
It's Wei. You gave me your number at K-Bar?
I didn't expect you to actually
As I'm
call.
bloody.
Really? I'd like to hang out. You free?
Yeah, I'm off work in a little while. Can you meet me at K-Bar?
Yeah, sure. I'll see you there.
See you.
So I called the girl. Whoops! I called the girl there, and you know, set that up. If you get text messages, they'll pop up there. You can also call people for jobs. This guy here will give me jobs stealing cars. This will actually bring me a car.
I need a car.
I have a car lot because I'm a big bad Triad gangster, and so I have guys that bring me cars. So pretty soon there'll be a guy driving down the street with my car. And there he is. So you come down here, remember that door's on the wrong side. So
There you
come
go.
over and hop in your vehicle and drive about town. Now speaking of town, there are tons of things to do in the town. So let's check it out. Boom. So this is the Sleeping Dogs map. It's pretty big, not as big as some of the other games of this type, like Saints Row and stuff like that. But this one's pretty big. There's lots of icons and things for you to do around here. You have cockfighting, where you can bet on chickens fighting. You have a gambling den, which you can play some mini-game poker at. Clothing stores to buy some clothes. Parking lots to buy cars. So there's tons of things for you to do within the actual game itself besides the missions, as well as all these police icons let you do drug busts. You can get different apartments and things of that nature around here, and really kind of expand what you have and what you do around the town by increasing your face value, which is how the Triad gangs see you. Now, in addition to all of those mini games, there's also fighting mini games where you compete in underground fighting arenas and stuff like that. You can go grab yourself a massage. You can buy music for the game, in which you can do a kind of Guitar Hero style karaoke by pressing keys that correspond with the tracks and the music. It's pretty neat. There's a lot of, like I said, the game does a lot of good things. There's a lot of neat features in here. However, there's bugs and things like that. The driving's a little erratic. You saw me driving there a bit. If you haven't, I'll drive around now while I talk. The driving is a bit stiff. They're working on that. They're patching it, and they actually just had a patch come out recently that fixed some of the shaking problems. When you would go fast, the camera would shake unbearably, and it was kind of gay. But they've worked on a fix for that, and now the game is a lot better than when I first got it. So you'll see here I'm at a clothing store. I'm going to show you guys the customizable character stuff here. You have your character. You can spin them around whichever way you want. Purchase clothes for them, from suits, t-shirts, and when you grab different outfits, like actual real outfits, ones that match and stuff, you'll get bonuses to, like this one gives me a 5% Triad bonus, and so on and so forth, to increase my different ratings and things of that nature. And there's tons of shops. Each shop has some different clothes and different gear.
Please don't come again.
There are some gunplay in the game, but we're not going to touch on that because it's almost impossible to find a weapon. You have to be on a mission that offers a gun in it so that you can steal the gun or whatever. You can't go out and buy a gun, which is a downside of the game, because it does have some cool slow motion things. Now, there are chase scenes in the game. I'm not going to show them because they involve a big parts of the story. But I will show you what you can do. While you're chasing somebody, you have the options to dodge through the crowds. If you don't, things like this will happen. You'll see as I run into this guy, I'll hit this guy. But if you press the buttons, like left and right on your keyboard while you run, you will actually perform little dodging animations and things like that. You can slip by, and it causes your chase scenes to go a lot better. I'll dodge through there. Then there's also some parkour in the game. If you're chasing somebody, you can climb up on ledges. If there's available rooftops, you can do that. All with the space bar. Makes it real streamlined, real easy to use. You'll be chasing people through streets like this, I can guarantee you. Over roofs, over the cars, it doesn't matter. You can parkour up it if it's the right height and not a brick wall. So having that feature was very nice, and I actually really enjoyed the chase scenes. I really wish I could go back and play them for you guys, but I promise you, if you play the chase scenes, it's going to ruin the story for you. But trust me, they're there. You can see some of the parkour and some of the action. So in addition to all of that stuff that I've just talked about, on my mini map there, the bottom left, you'll see a little gray blip. That is a health shrine. In addition to all the unlocks and things for the game, there's these health shrines all around the map that you can find to increase your health. There's other shrines that increase fighting abilities and things like that. So this game is packed with content and things for you to do. So Sleeping Dogs, pick it up. GamersPlatoon likes it. Big thumbs up from Daily. We'll see you guys next time in the Armory.